So, we're talking foundations for these discussions that I am now committed to having with you all. Primarily political discussions seeking truth in the Western tradition. And as I explained last week, Christianity is political. Now, that may have left many of you wondering, why does it matter that Christianity is political? Maybe you're not a Christian, or maybe you're one of my Latter-day Saint friends, and you have a different theological understanding. To explain to you why Christianity is so important to our politics, I'm going to read to you all from an 1892 United States Supreme Court decision entitled Church of the Holy Trinity v. United States. This is what the Supreme Court said. If we pass beyond these matters to a view of American life as expressed by its laws, its business, its customs, and its society, we find everywhere a clear recognition of the same truth, that this is a Christian nation. The Supreme Court of the United States wrote those words after giving a long explication of the history and customs of this country, beginning with the Pilgrims and the Mayflower, right down to the then present day. And the court used that history as a basis to hold that even though a church hiring a minister from England had violated an immigration statute that Congress had passed, it could not possibly be the intent of Congress to have criminalized such conduct as that. Why? Because this is a Christian nation. Side note, if you guys want a copy of that opinion, go ahead and subscribe to my Substack, The Truth in Freedom, and you'll get a copy sent straight to your inbox. The link for that is in my bio. But it isn't just the Supreme Court in 1892 saying this. Thomas Jefferson wanted the seal of the United States to be Moses parting the Red Sea with the caption, "Rebellion against tyrants is obedience to God." James Madison in Federalist 51 made clear that this new constitutional government would be founded upon a Christian understanding of sin, writing, quote, "If men were angels, no government would be necessary. If angels were to govern men, neither external nor internal controls on government would be necessary. In framing a government which is to be administered by men over men, the great difficulty lies in this. You must first enable the government to control the governed, and in the next place, oblige it to control itself." This nation was founded on the bedrock of Christian principles, as our own Supreme Court recognized less than 140 years ago. Those principles informed our nation's biggest achievements, from Abraham Lincoln and the abolitionists leading our nation to end slavery, to Martin Luther King Jr. moving our nation toward better equality. Our greatest leaders have pulled from and relied upon, not rejected, these Christian principles. And that means you cannot understand why our government is structured the way it is and why our politics have gone so awry if you do not understand Christianity. So I'm not laying these foundations to try and convert any of you, although I'm always happy to talk about my faith and the reasons for that if any of you would like. I'm laying these foundations upon Christian principles because it is these same principles upon which our country was founded. So if you like this country, even if you're not a Christian like me, my hope is that you can, at the very least, see the utility of understanding the Christian faith, if for no other reason than you cannot begin to understand this wonderful country in which you find yourself without first understanding the faith upon which it was founded. See y'all next week.